Welcome everyone! Did you know that there are more and more people coming from all around the world to study here in Eger? We would like to show you the perks of being a foreign student in this town and introduce you a small group of college students who are helping them with their everyday lives. They are called Erasmus Student Network, shortly ESN. Peter, the first name that pops into Erasmus students' head when we are talking about ESN. It's not a coincidence because he's the president of the organization. We asked him and Evelyn, the vice president, to talk a little bit about their work.
ESN stands for Erasmus Student Network. It was founded like 25 years ago. It is almost as old as actually the Erasmus program itself. It was founded actually in Belgium, but not in Brussels, but in a small university, which I don't really remember, it's so small. But that was the first section, and then it had become like a really huge movement. It's the biggest student organization that goes through all the countries, almost all the European countries. I've been here for like 3.5 years. I have to say that there hasn't been that much change going on actually, because the section is almost the same size. We have more or less 10 mentors. Or 5 to 10 mentors helping around. Actually, the only number that grows is the number of the Erasmus students and the international students. In the beginning, the first semester when ESN was founded in 2010, we only had like maybe 15 students, and this semester we broke the record and we had like 53 students. But the section itself, and since all the Erasmus students are hosted in the same dormitory, is like really like a family atmosphere. Everyone is really close with everyone, so it's like that. In that sense, it didn't change at all, but I think it's a positive thing.
So we have several programs like trips Budapest, to Szentendre, to Hollóköt, changed all the time. We usually go to the wine valley, cook together, bake together in the dorm, and we are going to organize the youth week in this semester. The whole week is about to help young people. It's in May, from 4th to 10th of May, so it's a whole week. It's organized in several countries in Europe, so it's not only in Hungary and only in Eger, but in several towns and countries. The main topics are to help the students, the young students, to find a job abroad, in the mobility, the Erasmus, how to apply for an Erasmus scholarship, and the other main part is to help to volunteer. Volunteer? Yeah.
There are 3 parts of the Erasmus Student Network here in Eger. In the first part are the buddies. They are here for the Erasmus students, but not all the time. In the second part are the mentors, and they are the most important part of the ESN group because they help the Erasmus students to solve some daily issues and problems. The third part is the board, which consists 3 people right now: the president, the vice president, and the dorm coordinator. And they have specific job, they have specific task that they have to do, but everyone has a job as a mentor. Their job is the same, to help the Erasmus students.
Alright, so the thing about Hungary in general, and especially Eger as an Erasmus destination, is that many people are doubting, and especially these Erasmus people who are here now, they've been all doubting their decision to come to Hungary because, small country, it's like in the middle of Europe, but it's like, another Central European country. And then you have Eger, which is even smaller, it's not even the capital, like why the hell would you like to come here? But then, first thing first, it's not as big as the capital, so that's already an advantage. You can make it sure that as an Erasmus student, you're not gonna miss any event and anything that is organized for the Erasmus, because that's just a whole bunch together. Everyone lives together, they're living the Erasmus experience together. And I give you an example, we have almost all the bigger sections visiting us every semester because Eger is one of their favorite destination. And they just come like small groups, okay? Because they're like 300 students and they cannot come, like just all together. And they're like, oh my God, it's so amazing that you're just one big family and you're moving everywhere together and you don't get separated and you do everything. like together and so on. And the thing is that I think that is the biggest advantage, and that is something I've been trying to keep, and we've been trying to keep with Erasmus, with ESN, that we keep this atmosphere friendly and like familiar faces all the time, and like bigger sections, they have like a lot of board members. Erasmus students don't even know who the president is, who the vice president is. They never meet because they are so busy or they feel so important. And it's not the same here, because we are trying to be become the part of their lives and make their lives, of course, easier. And the other thing is, like, I mean, look at the city. As a Hungarian, I could say that that's one of my favorite cities, if not the favorite to live in. So actually, all the students had the doubt when they arrived here in either January or August, September, depending which semester they choose. And they are like, for a few weeks, you could feel when you talk with them, like, I'm not sure it's a good decision. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do, to be an Erasmus in Eger. But then the opinions that they give you, that they share when they go back, and how they miss Eger and how they regret that they didn't, lengthen their Erasmus, it just tells you everything about how different the picture is when you actually spend the semester living here. So yeah, I guess that's it. So if you're an Erasmus and if you're planning to come to an Erasmus in Hungary, then Eger is definitely the choice to make.
In this year, Erasmus Student Network Eger also joined the European Youth Week, and they organized many interesting and colorful programs for the students. The students had the chance to visit some courses where they could get to know sign language or some things about teenagers' life. They also tried blind sport, or they could bake some cookies and sell it for a home for children and disabled adults. In the programs, they could also go for a dog walking and have a little competition about the European Union. One of the last programs was a charity concert, which was organized in a new place called Zuzmo.
What is it like to be a foreign student in Hungary, especially in Eger? There are some students who want to share their experiences with you.
Where I study and where I live is small towns like Eger, but not a historic or touristic place like Eger. Because of this, for example, I really like to walk on Eger streets in the middle of the night. I really like this, I can say that, yeah.
Really like Hungary, and it's kind of part of my culture, so I came here to learn more stuff about it and the language too. I really like it because it's small, and I don't really travel with bus. I don't like traveling with buses through cities, and I like walking.
The thing I like about Eger is that it's so calm here. It reminds me of Bruges, where it's a city that's full of tourists. It's crazy, but still it's really calm. Although there are a lot of people, this city expresses calmness. And I have the same here at Eger, but there are not so many people here either. So. But it's really, really nice city. I love walking here because the architecture is nice and it's a beautiful city. But I love Budapest more because you have these grand boulevards. It reminds me of Paris a bit. And this amazing architecture everywhere. It's such an amazing city. And the thing about Budapest is there's always something to do there. So that's really nice. And I just like the nature here so much. I went to Szilvasvárad 2 or 3 times, I don't know. Because it's so beautiful there, and just these little towns and the amazing nature, the hills, the mountains, these national parks. It's really beautiful. Actually, I've never heard about ESN until I came here. So the moment when I'm back in Belgium, I will join ESN. No, really, I will join it and organize things for Erasmus students. It's really nice. Besides program, for example, I was sick. Evelyn brought me to the doctor and she took care of me, so that was really nice. If I needed I had to teach, and I wanted to make some translations for the students because their English was, I will not talk about that. It was so bad that I had to make these Hungarian translations, and Evelyn helped me, and my roommate who's Hungarian helped me, so I have these benefits. Yes. Szia, Brecht vagyok, Belgiumban élek, Brugge, Gent-ban élek, németül és angolul és franciául és hollandul beszélek, kicsit magyarul. Én nagyon jól.
probability of that happening was really, really low. So we applied to places which had 2 spots, and then we applied here. We applied here and we got it. And it's in Central Europe, so we can travel a lot and meet new places around. Since Portugal is another country.
I'm from a small town in Portugal, so Eger it resembles my hometown a lot. The environment itself, not the city, because it's completely different. But the environment is really nice. It's a quiet town, it's peaceful, and I don't know, people just are so calm every time, and just live their lives, no stress, and that's very familiar to me, so it's really dear to me, although, it's a small town, it sometimes doesn't have a lot.
Yeah, for me it's completely different because I'm from the capital in Portugal, so I'm not used to a calm environment where the people just live their lives slowly. I'm used to everything is rushed and everything is moving all the time. So coming here is a totally different experience for me because I've never lived in a small town before, and it's really soothing.
I think Erasmus is a wonderful experience. Everyone who has the opportunity to go should go, because you really leave your comfort zone, and that's really important. And Erasmus in Eger is great because, for example, ESN, they're a small section, and that is so much better than having this ESN with hundreds of people that you don't know. You never get to know them all because they're infinite people.
And half of the Erasmus got get lost in
Yes, exactly. Here in Eger, we know all the Erasmus, we know all the people in the ESN, we are all together in a dorm, and that is so much better because it allows us to bond a lot more. And we are the international family here in Eger, and I don't think that, for example, in Budapest or another big city, it would be as easy to have something like that.
With ESN we made a lot of stuff. We went with the ESN and in Hungarian culture, but with the ESN to Budapest and to the caves which are part of UNESCO. Catholic. And we did some paintball, and we made a lot of activities, a lot of hiking. We are not used to hiking, so it was a new experience. But yeah, we had a lot of fun here with the ESN activities.
It's really diverse. They organize all kinds of things, indoors, outdoors. I mean, it's really nice. ESN is so well organized here. It's really impressive because they're so small and they do so much for the amount of people that they have, and it's really great. They're the reason why we are all so close now, I think.
ESN helps us a lot to integrate in the environment of the city because the biggest barrier is the language, and we don't know how to speak Hungarian until we try. And people don't know, sometimes they don't know how to speak English, so we need a way to communicate when we need something important. And ESN is always there to help us if we have some kind of problem, or if we need to go to the hospital or to the pharmacy or some place that we need to speak or to see what we need. The ESN always helps us with that.
Yes, I think that's it. ESN mentors are really important. They're always there to help us with anything that we need, which, in a town where you don't speak the language and people don't speak English, you feel a bit lost without it, and ESN makes us feel that we can actually live here without any problems.
Besides ESN, the Mobility Office is also helping the students here. They offer programs and do the official things like the paperwork and the coordinating stuff. You can find them here in the Bay building of the college.
We have 2 Erasmus programs running, one for the studies and one for the internships. There are many students applying for these programs, mostly the ones who study tourism or international communication go for an internship. And for studying, it's really variable and unpredictable who is going to apply. They are coming from all the faculties.
elég kiszámíthatatlan azoknak az országoknak a köre, ahova ők jelentkeznek. Fél évben megvannak azok a slágerországok.
It's also changing from semester to semester which countries are the most famous ones. For example, last time almost every student wanted to go to Italy, especially to Bologna city. Before that, Germany was the most desirable place to go, the city of Regensburg. So it's hard for us to predict the needs of the students and where they want to go, but they have a lot of opportunities, so it's okay.
De nagyon sok lehetőségük van, úgyhogy ezt teljesen meg lehet érteni. 80 külföldi
We have contract with 80 colleges in other countries, and there are a lot of students coming here from all around the world. For example, we have students now from Turkey, Spain, and from the Baltic states with Erasmus, and not only with Erasmus, there are also Brazilian and Tunisian students here with other scholarship programs.
Hanem jelenleg brazil hallgatóink és tunéziai hallgatóink is vannak.
We hope you got that information that you wanted to know about Eger, about ESN, or the Mobility Office. If you want to know something more about ESN Eger, you can go to Facebook and like their page, or follow them on Twitter or Instagram. And remember, no matter where you come from, you are always welcome here. Thank you for your attention.